Are twin flames more special than soulmates? Hi and welcome back. My name's Francisca. I make pick-a-card videos on soulmates, twin flames, Blu-rays, indigos, intuition, all sorts of things. This is my spiritual channel. Where all that content resides. So if you enjoy it, please do feel free to subscribe. It's nice to know that people are enjoying my content. It's good feedback. So anyway, in this video I want to talk about the common idea that a soulmate is somehow a level below a twin flame. It's quite a common belief because the twin flame is a very special connection and there aren't a lot of them, whereas we can have more than one soulmate. We can also have soulmates who are friends, who are family members, all sorts of things like that. So yeah, whereas a twin flame is kind of from the same kind of soul stream, spiritual connection, sort of oversoul, whatever you want to call that, closer to source energy. We have source energy and then we have different streams of souls that come away from that as they become individual and experience growth and spiritual development. And twin flames are very, very connected. They're very similar often, but embody different polarities in that similarity. You know, like one will be a male and one will be a female is the most simplest form. Or one may be quite shy, whereas the other one's a complete extrovert, and both are maybe not perfectly balanced, but together they're kind of reflecting that back to each other to teach each other and show each other balance. Whereas a soulmate, there's often just an ease with that. It's much simpler often, unless it's karmic, which can happen, but often soulmate relationships are less complex than twin flames because they're not as strong a mirror as a twin flame is. So if you've got any issues, any problems, any hang-ups, your twin flame is going to show you those, not with words so much as with what they reflect back to you. So as much as people all want to meet their twin flame, it's going to be a big challenge unless you've done a heck of a lot of development work already and you're prepared to be open and honest about whatever goes on for you. So soulmates can be so much more peaceful and easier, but beyond all of that, and it's something that troubles me, that as human beings we try to create hierarchies with everything, even with our spiritual guides we try to put them into hierarchies of who's more important than others, whereas spiritually that doesn't work like that. They don't have hierarchies. An archangel doesn't see themselves as any more important than any other form of guide. They're all one. We are all one. And in those spiritual realms, they know that because that's what they experience. For us, we've come here and we've forgotten that, and we've come here to relearn that and to rediscover that. But for our spiritual guides, that's their reality. They know we are all one. So a twin flame, yes, it's a strong connection, it's a special connection, but it's only one connection over all your experiences, all your lifetimes, all the different special people that have come into your life. I've met people who are soulmates, who have their deepest, the most beautiful, the most accepting and loving relationship, and I've met people who are twin flames, and the way they fire off each other and reflect each other's issues back to each other is intense and very, very hard work. So no, neither of them is better. They're just different. Both of them are here for your evolution, for your growth. They're not the end goal. They come into your life as part of an agreement you made as souls to assist each other in your awakening and your soul journey. And yeah, it's not all, rainbows and unicorns. Sometimes it gets hard, sometimes it's tough to learn, but both of these are equally important as far as I'm concerned. And look, some twin flames aren't going to meet every lifetime. You know, sometimes somebody's twin flame's not even incarnated in a lifetime. They may not meet them at all in that lifetime because the twin flame is actually in spirit at that point in time, or somewhere totally different, working on their own path and their own development. So, you know, it's not like as twin flames you spend eternity together. You come and you go and you reconnect and you go off on your own and you learn. So, yeah, I think the biggest thing to remember is that we're all connected. Every single person in your life has meaning, is just as important as any other. The person you meet down the road who you have a half-hour conversation with can trigger huge things in you, huge awakenings and realizations, and you may never see that person again. And they weren't a huge part of your life, but what they said or what they triggered in you that made you understand and wake up and get a new concept of something is just hugely important. The best way, if you really want to find your twin flame or your soulmate, either or, is to actually be happy, enjoying your life, be okay by yourself. You know, we're not half a person. Your twin flame isn't half a person. It would be a very unhealthy connection of two halves kind of try to wrestle together. You're a whole complete being in yourself, but you're interconnected with them. So develop, grow, become whole, become happy, become peaceful. Be happy in your own company. Be happy with where you are now. Don't look at, when I meet my soulmate, I will be happy, because you're putting a condition on happiness then, and happiness is an experience that you create. It's not given to you by anything outside of you. Yes, we can have brief moments of sort of joy and happiness when something neat happens, but an ongoing state of happiness isn't in our process. So be happy, do what you love, work on your passion, work on what you want to do with your lifetime, what your purpose is, what drives you, what makes you tick, because when you're in that space, that's when kind of your whole soul, your energy, your spiritual layers, your chakras, all your different energetic layers, your mental, emotional, spiritual, all these different layers will harmonize and work really well together. And that is just so powerful, attractive, that your twin flame will actually feel that and be drawn to you. If you're in a miserable place, feeling awful, lonely, sad, nobody cares, I want to meet my twin flame. If your twin flame is fairly spiritually aware, they probably won't feel drawn by that. It's not that they'll reject you, but they just won't feel that pull because it doesn't feel like you. You're actually at that present moment not remembering who you are. You're kind of lost in the 3D world. So your twin flame isn't going to generally connect with that level of sort of sad energy that well, because it doesn't feel like you, who you are as a soul essence. Twin flames really recognize each other when both are empowered, when both are fully on purpose, on their path. And then the energies actually really connect and see each other and recognize each other, and they can be drawn to each other from quite large distances because the energy is just right and it connects. And that's why sometimes, people go, well, why haven't I met my twin flame? Well, maybe they're not ready, maybe you're not ready, who knows? If you meet before you're ready, it can all turn into a bit of a fiasco anyway, because people get overwhelmed and run away, and you end up with twin flame runners, and that is all pretty heartbreaking stuff. So it's really worth waiting till both parties are ready to handle that. Yeah. Whereas soulmates, soulmates often are people's life mates. I've met so many older couples who've been together like for 40, 50 years, and they are soulmates. You can see it when they look at each other. You can see it and the energy around them. They're just really beautifully connected, and they've never ever felt like they've missed out on anything. They were totally blissfully happy to be with that person. It's raining, so you're probably going to hear that. Whoops. So yeah, don't ever feel that, twin flame is the ultimate nirvana, the thing you have to be happy or fulfilled in this lifetime. You don't. Work on your inner process. Within you is a masculine and a feminine. And having those two work in harmony, having all your inner aspects kind of working in harmony, finding wholeness, finding self-acceptance, finding self-love, all of that will attract someone who is the right energetic match to you. Whether it's a soulmate or a twin flame or anybody else, we're all one. We're all interconnected when it comes to source. We've just individuated away from that for a while, for a bit of forgetfulness, to learn some lessons, to go through the process of remembering. And on that journey, we connect with many, many souls, and they're all important, and we are all one. So that is the key to it, really. I just get a little bit frustrated sometimes because I've met a few people through my work who sort of feel that, it's almost like having the right body shape or the right career or all of those boxes people like to tick, that having your twin flame is an essential kind of thing to have in your life to be successful at life. To be successful at life is to be happy and contented, and to feel inspired and passionate about what you do. That is really achievement and success. Having somebody by your side who's with you on that journey, who reflects back all your love and everything else, that's absolutely beautiful. Missing somebody and not being together, our spiritual self doesn't have that. Our spiritual self doesn't yearn for the other or miss them or feel like it's awful that they're away. Our spiritual self knows that we have forever.